Alright guys, welcome back to Persona 3 Reload. Last time we met in Persona 3 Reload, we just started another Tartarus exploration thing, and we're just continuing to do that. We are in Yabasa? I'm assuming it's Yabasha. Or, yeah. But, yeah, that's all we're really doing. And as I mentioned before, the main reason, I think I mentioned in the last part, I'm pretty sure the main reason we're in Tartarus today is to save the missing persons that are here, because there are a number of them. Because, well, I think there's only two of them. And we have to do that before the next full moon, and if you look at the HUD, it says there's 2 days left on the until the next full moon boss. So, and also, I guess I'm probably going to be using this as an excuse to get Shinji, Koromaru, and Ken up to level 90. Oh yeah, this is another thing. There are times where randomly a cat will end up in Tartarus. You don't now. The game doesn't care about the cats being in Tartarus because they don't make a big deal about saving them before the full moon passes. But you really only get, I think you only get Twilight Fragments for saving, yeah. Yeah, you only get Twilight Fragments for saving cats.
Welcome back.
Speaking of cats, that little asshole is going off again. You done? Drama queen. And I got nothing to talk about today, man. I'm kind of out of it. I just woke up, so I'm just kind of like trying to think. I'm tired as all hell right now because I'm trying to think about I'm trying to think of tangents, but I can't think of anything. I already talked about Expedition 33 last part, and I don't want to get into spoiler territory because I did finish my first playthrough of it, and I am gonna be doing a New Game Plus run for it. But, oh, there's the missing persons, by the way. But, this is why I don't like Tartarus parts that much. And by the way, just imagine if this was the original Persona 3, where everything is, where it's all repetitive and boring and shit. So keep that in mind. But like, I hate Tartarus parts the most because there's nothing really to react to. Especially if it's like, you're like me, and for one, you're using New Game Plus. But when I first played Reload specifically, I had like no deaths in Tartarus. Unless it was just me being straight up reckless and fighting something I probably shouldn't have been fighting, or using a move on someone, like a really strong physical move on someone that has counter. Nemesis looks like the fucking vehicle that General Grievous drives in Revenge of the Sith. During the Obi-Wan and Grievous fight, when Grievous decides to run away after Obi-Wan cuts off like 2 of his hands, he drives off. Nemesis looks exactly like that vehicle. I'm only thinking about this now because, I mean, I did that Obi-Wan versus General Grievous video, but I put Red Sun over it recently, and I'm thinking about that now. Nice job, Makoto. There he goes. Generally, if the cut-in happens, that means you got a hit. But then again, I could be... I mean, but that's only... The only exception, I would think, is when they do the cutscene showing off their persona for the first time. Like, there's the meme where Aegis does her whole animation and she fucking misses anyway. But, generally when you get their cut-in for anything, even like if they did a physical move and there's a cut-in, that means that they got a critical hit on something. If there's multiple enemies on the battlefield. $11? Oh, bullshit! I'm sure that's what the enemy's thinking. Like, that's a fucking dog, and it only did 11 damage? Fuck you. Okay, come on. That was at least a 999. I don't think we're seeing Ken and Shinji's all-out attack image, are we? Oh, by the way, yes, I'm trying to avoid that Arcana, whichever one that is. I can't read which Arcana it is because I don't know. First off, I don't know my tarot cards that well. Oh, damn, this is the first time I've ever seen that screen. That is the first time I've ever seen the Persona overstock screen in this game. I know I saw it a couple times in my 5 Royal playthrough, and that was because of when I had Ryuji's ability to ambush an enemy and take them out instantly. I would get their personas a lot, and I would end up overstocked of that. So we're showing off. Oh, doing his Theurgy, or at least one of his Theurgies. Yeah, but that's Koromaru's first Theurgy, and then his second Theurgy, I believe, is a charge or a concentrate for the party. I can't remember off the top of my head. I know I don't use it that often. If there's one thing you'll learn about how I use Theurgies, I tend not to use the ones that buff parties but only really do massive damage. If that makes sense. There are exceptions, mind you, but like most of the time when I use a Theurgy, the reason is I'm trying to do some damage before anything else. Because there are probably only 2 Theurgies I use for status or for the party's benefit, and like it's Mitsuru's second Theurgy, where at the end of it she knocks the stats of the enemies down, like she knocks those down. And then Junpei's second Theurgy fully heals him. So that's a really good one if you're using a lot of Junpei's moves and he's at low health. That's a good one to use to heal yourself up for free. And the dog's doing all the work. I guess I could get back into Expedition 33. I mean, the thing is it's really hard to talk about that game without spoilers. I mean, if I'm talking about the plot, I mean, the gameplay itself is really good, though. I mean, at the time of the recording, I did finish it. I finished my first run, and then I'm starting my New Game Plus run, because why not? I'm kind of curious about it and see what exactly that entails. And plus, maybe now that I understand the parrying and dodging mechanics a little bit better, I could actually be really effective with that. But But like it was a great game. It was great. The ending was really good too. Well, there's technically two endings, and I won't get into detail about either of them, but I'm pretty sure the second ending I chose was the better ending. But again, I'm not gonna get into detail about any of that. I guess I just said to fuck it, I'll just take it because they're not giving me anything else. So now I have Arcana Burst. I kind of find it funny that I'm doing the EXP boost, but I keep thinking of, did I accidentally? Yeah, I did. God damn it, me. Or maybe it wasn't an accident. I don't know. Well, it doesn't matter because I'm going straight to the next floor anyway. Why are you telling me this now? This is something I started talking about like 80 parts ago. What the fuck? Okay, we're not even at 80 parts, but like, I was talking about that at like part 10. The fuck? Yeah, so Fuka has finally been generous enough to give a tutorial on the little mineral the mineral hands. The ones that glow blue give Twilight Fragments. I don't know why she's now giving a tutorial on that, but yes, that is what that's for. That is something that I have discovered we had like 80 floors ago. What took you so long? Some navigator. Then again, it's possible it was just a reminder. Sometimes Fuka does that a lot, where she just reminds you of stupid things that you should probably already know. He doesn't have any piercing skills, you idiot! What the hell are you doing? You could have. What the fuck am I? What am I doing? Oh, go to hell. Alright, I'm sorry, I said stuff. Like, I know we don't get shuffle time for all-out attacks during border floor bosses, but this is like, the fuck am I doing? Oh, everyone? Oh, except me. No, don't worry, they're all dead. He's dead. It's funny to me that that status effects go away at the end of the battle, so fear just straight up everyone just goes, okay, I'm good. Then Koromaru leaves the party because Makoto forgot to give him a treat after this one.
You can do it, Koro-chan.
How many floors am I supposed to be exploring in this session? Because I will say, I know next part is that, you know, I'm talking about next part, even though I'm not even done with this part yet. I'm like 10 minutes away from finishing the part, but I know next part we do end up finishing. This is the end of that's the end of the session. Because again, as I mentioned before, I tend to put Tartarus in one. I put Tartarus stuff in one session, and then I do the. I tend to do Tartarus stuff in one session and then social stuff in the other. And then I try to, for social stuff, I try to go 1 month at a time if possible, unless it's a really intensive story month, which, you know, if it's like December or November, yeah, we're definitely going to be dealing with that. It's been a while since we got Monad Door, huh? Well, then again, just like anything else in Tartarus, it's completely random on when shit shows up. And sometimes the game... Oh, I got ambushed? Oh, shit.
Great target. I got the jump on you, but you can turn this around.
I actually got ambushed in this game.
That's some eyes hurt.
And I was just trying to ignore him. Like, in all honesty, I was just going to ignore him and move on with my life. But no. They wanted to find out.
Like you can target a weakness.
There was... My Buffalo's right there. Did I not see the Mabufala? Right there, yeah, dude. That was the one I was looking at. Idiot. Oh.
The enemy launched.
Oh, and this is another thing. I've never mentioned this because this is something I never use because, for one, I never really try to level up personas until the end of the game because you don't need to. Because as you gain experience, some experience also goes to your personas, whatever personas you have in stock, specifically the one you used. And, I never use this because I don't care. Because usually I end up moving to a more powerful persona by the end of the session anyway. But if you have a persona that you got from Shuffle Time, like I just did, like if say Pixie was in you have Pixie in your persona stock, but you also have Pixie, but Pixie is being chosen for Shuffle Time, you gain experience towards Pixie. Am I good? Oh, I know what I'm doing. I don't like what I'm doing, but I know what I'm doing. Anyway, that was a saying, but you gain experience towards that persona, and I believe as you start going up, you just start getting experience for any personas in that Arcana. I guess I'm not doing that.
Treasure chest over there.
What the fuck was I doing? Why was I standing there? Why was I fucking standing there? Whatever. That's a sweet hat. Sweet hat.
By the way, great.
Even if the enemy looks weak, we can't let our guard down.
Yeah, Ken, I'm level 99. We're good.
It's an enemy. Do we attack?
But like, as I was saying with the Monad Door, yeah, Monad Doors are completely random on when they pop up. But sometimes the game doesn't tell you when they pop up. You just kind of have to... You have to look at the objective list, and if it says find the Monad Door, then that means there's one there. So the game does tell you, but the game doesn't always do a little cutscene to show that something is on that floor, unless it's a missing person. Like, I think it has like a priority checklist or something like that, and depending on how big of a priority the thing is, it will show the cutscene for the highest priority, and then anything else wouldn't get one. So in this case, the missing person is technically the highest priority, and then, you know, the treasure chest would probably, if the missing person wasn't there, then the treasure chest would be the next one. But usually the missing persons are yeah, they are guaranteed to be on that floor. Now, where they are on that floor, I can't tell you, because I think that's random. Yeah, like right there. But like, I think looking at the list, okay, it was the only thing there. It's straight ahead of me. But I'm just gonna ignore it because I don't want it. No point in it, in all honesty. Maybe, I don't know if I end up going for it.
Powerful enemy spotted.
Guess not. Man, they do use that Fuka voice line a lot, the powerful enemy spotted, because they use it for every border floor boss.
Tartarus has to end somewhere, right? Are you okay, Koro-chan? Leader, maybe that's enough for tonight?
No. No.
I bet we'll find something good in there. Let's open it up.
Do I got a clock? No.
That'll take us to the next floor.
Ooh. Oh, we're 6 floors away from that. Why the fuck is next part? Oh, I know. Okay, I was like, then why the fuck? Because I'm, you know, when I edited the part before I put in my commentary. I was like wondering, like, man, this part's long. If this is the, but I didn't really think much of it. And then I'm like, oh, then I must be doing. I know what I'm doing. Then I know what's going to happen. Let's just say the Reaper's probably going to be getting up from his couch tomorrow. Okay, yeah, that's the move. That move actually is pretty good to have to be used now, because it does more damage the closer it is to a full moon. And well, considering we're 2 days out from a full moon, it's not at its max damage, but it does do some decent damage.
Keep it together.
You can't take anything. Theurgy? Yep. All that for 430. But I think it does its most damage when it's on the full moon boss battle. So Koromaru is good to take if you have that move on full moon battles, assuming the enemy is weak, well, not weak, but assuming the enemy isn't immune to physical attacks. No fucking way. There is no fucking way he withstood that. He did. Okay.
This'll work, right?
He's fine. Oh, that's smart. Okay, and I'm also showing off Koromaru's second Theurgy, which is, it is a physical charge for everybody. You know what that means? Shinji can use his a physical move and deal some decent damage next run, in his next turn. Alright. All enemies, it was just one, Fuka. Don't give him too much praise. They only defeated one. Oh, that's a good move too. Soul Shift. If now whenever I shift over to Koromaru, he gains 5 SP back. I mean, except for that part where you got a critical hit and fell on your ass, but you did pretty good. Yeah, you tanked a lightning strike with 1 HP.
We just gotta crush anything standing in our way and move on with our...
Or you can interrupt me, asshole. And by the way, I don't think you can get clocks on boss floors. You can't do that. So at least I don't think you can. I've never tried it. I mean I usually just get whatever's in these chests anyway because I have the Twilight Fragments usually. But I don't think you can. I honestly doubt it, because that would be kind of weird. But anyway, we're going to call it a part here. So the next time we meet in Persona 3 Reload, we're just going to keep exploring Tartarus. I think we're actually about to reach... Fuka said we were like 6 floors away from the border floor, so we're probably going to be reaching the border. So see you guys next time, and take care.